Yo, my name is Devin, and today I'm gonna be answering questions that y'all asked me on Instagram. I'm gonna be doing this as an IGTV live. That's what the fuck it's called, Devin. I'm gonna be doing it as an IGTV as well as a YouTube video. Y'all did have some very good questions, and if you are new here, on the off chance that you are new here, please go ahead and subscribe, follow me on Instagram, all that good shit, okay? Let's go. So many fucking questions, Jesus Christ. Okay, so the first question is, how much cardio do you recommend? And this is by someone, the _resilient_mind. So that's a super fucking vague question. How much cardio do I recommend for what? Weight loss, for endurance, for cardiovascular health? It all depends on what your goals are. Me myself, I'm at maintenance. I'm doing essentially a recomp, if you will. Right now I've been doing 15 minutes every training day except for leg days, so I've been doing cardio 4 times a week. I do 15 minutes of incline treadmill, pretty fucking steep, at a pretty fast pace, like speed walking essentially, like those old people that be speed walking around the neighborhood like beep beep with the fucking weights in their hands. That's me, okay? And just to maintain my physique at this current point now, definitely if your goal is fat loss, start with what you're eating. Have you seen any videos or anything stacking ostarine and creatine? What we gonna do with them, bro? So for those of y'all who know even less than this guy, let me not be too hard on the kid. So for those of y'all who do not know, let me differentiate the two real quick. So creatine is essentially a supplement. Ostarine is a SARM, selective androgen receptor modulator, performance enhancing drug. Creatine is a supplement. Ostarine is a performance enhancing drug. Do we see how they're different? Now, here's the thing, okay? Someone who would ask this question, I really suggest that you do not take ostarine, considering it seems like creatine stacking with ostarine, those are two separate things. The word stacking is irrelevant in this context. So if you're saying stacking creatine in any context, it implies that you don't have the research underneath your belt to take ostarine in the first place. SARMs are not harmless like people think they are. They're literally just as organ toxic, just as hepatotoxic, toxic for your liver, just as toxic for your cholesterol. Don't fucking take them if you're saying, can I also take creatine? Creatine is like fucking taking vitamin C, bro. Come on. No, don't do it, son. Don't do it. Also, if you haven't been working out for like over a year, and a lot of people haven't, taken anything, good luck, you're fucking yourself up. Next fucking question, moving right along. Is it better to do heavy sets with less reps or light sets with more reps to build muscle? The old, if you want to stay lean and build lean muscle, you do like an infinity amount of volume with lightweight. And if you want to just get bulky, then you do low reps with heavyweight. Guys, ultimately in bodybuilding, it's not fucking a million sets and a million reps into infinity. It's a good, healthy combination of both. You get what I'm saying? You have to do both, okay? Best weightlifting exercises for beginners, the same as people who have been training as intermediate, like the same as anybody else. Get your compounds out the way, squat, bench, deadlift, build your accessories from there. There's a bunch of videos on that exactly. Jeff Nippert has a good video on like weightlifting for beginners. Starting off from square one and building your base, learning how to do proper form, not going crazy on weight, and just finding what works for you. What's your favorite gym? So I don't know if I have a favorite gym. I've always trained at LA Fitness. I did try a gym called Retro Fitness in Cooper City. I've literally seen on fitness pages people getting into fights at that gym, and it was that gym, and I'm just like, fuck. I simply just train at LA Fitness. Hopefully in the future, definitely ultimately want to go to a different gym than just a commercial LA Fitness, but it serves a really awesome purpose. So right now, LA Fitness. Meal prep ideas: chicken and rice, steak and rice, steak and potatoes, chicken and potatoes. So I eat broccoli with literally every single meal. So my girlfriend eats broccoli with every single meal. Sometimes we'll have asparagus with every single meal. Sometimes I'll have mixed veggies. Broccoli, kale, spinach are super high in nutritional value. Just look up nutritional value of broccoli and see why I value it so much. Kale is really good as far as nutritional value goes as well. Eating lettuce is useless in my opinion. I just like leafy greens. Leafy greens are really where the fucking nutrition is at. I like chicken, broccoli, and rice for myself, and then I'll eat lean ground beef for my dinner. Nothing crazy. I don't really care about eating for mouth pleasure anymore. I eat Chick-fil-A sometimes on the weekend, and that's about fucking it. So chicken, rice, broccoli, steak, rice, broccoli. Not really so much steak because it could be high in fat, which is counterproductive, but depends on how much fat the steak has. But if you're going with a really lean cut, like a New York strip or top sirloin, which is really lean. How long have you been working out? I just skipped so many, Jesus Christ, whatever. I have been working out for a little bit over 2 years, I believe. The first year was essentially spent doing cardio and wasting my fucking time. The next year after that, I would essentially say was actually weightlifting. And then like the 6 months after that was getting stronger and progressive overload and intensity. I mean, being a fucking demon straight out of hell. in the gym, taking that shit seriously. So like 2.5 years, 2 years and some change at this. What binder do you use? You must be new here, bro. I don't bind, homie. But when I did bind, I wore the Tritops Underworks. I actually have a video on which binder I prefer. All right, so we're gonna continue. Like, my SD card did not just get full on me. Tips for fat loss: simply eat in a caloric deficit. That is literally all you need to do. When I first lost weight, I was not in a gym. I was simply just eating less calories than my body required to maintain its current weight at that state. So eat less calories than you need to. Go to the website freediet.com, enter your height and your weight, your age, all that good stuff. It's gonna tell you how many calories you should be eating for weight loss. Create a meal plan for yourself, or you could hire me to create your meal plan. Side note, shameless plug, if you're interested in coaching, meal plans, or training plans, email me, devindiscoaching@gmail.com. But how do I come out as trans? I wouldn't know, really. My mom was not in my life when I came out as trans, and my dad simply just found out. I told my girlfriend, I was like, yo, I think I'm trans. And she was like, no, actually, that's false. I was like, I think I'm a dude. And she was like, I know, LOL. And I was like, bet, okay, cool. And then I started backtrack because I was like, I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself. Is this like I always do a thing. I always question everything I do because I want to make sure that I'm making the decision on my own accord, not because of popular opinion or not because I've been subconsciously convinced. I want to make sure that every decision I make in my life is because I'm making the decision, not because I feel like I've been convinced or swayed by anybody else to make that decision. Obviously, at the time that I came out as trans, I had no idea that there was this whole movement. I just simply was like, I feel like this is me. And then when I found out that there was a whole thing around being trans, like there's a whole community around being trans, I was like, okay, I have to make sure that I'm not just transitioning simply because I want to have a awesome and supportive community behind me, which is possible. Like, I wanted to make sure that I was genuinely trans, so I sort of backtracked for like literally one day, and then I was like, no, I'm actually trans. I really couldn't tell you, bro. I knew my girlfriend was not gonna judge me. She's pan, or was pan at the time. Now she'd just be whatever. My dad found out. There was nothing to do in that aspect. All my friends, I was a fucking gay kid before, so it's not like any of my friends were gonna judge me. So I really am not the best person to ask. All I can say is, like, if it's safe to come out, then do it. If it's not safe, then don't do it. I feel like you're gonna be kicked out or anything like that for being trans, perhaps wait a little bit. If you feel like it's a significant other and they're gonna break up with you because you're trans, then fucking tell them and go your separate ways. Fuck that.